Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back for another episode of Let's Argue. Thank you for tuning in. If you are tuning in live, please go ahead and put hashtag I'm outside. Let's argue, whether you're tuning in live from Facebook or YouTube. Go ahead and hit hashtag I'm outside. So we got an interesting topic today. Is one my cousin actually called me with over the weekend and asked me and my wife. And the question was, is it okay to take a selfie with someone of the opposite sex? And he was just polling different couples or whatever. And so he asked us, but I always think when people ask questions, the context and what context. So my answer was, I think it's okay. I think we both agreed that it's okay to take selfies. Now, it's another thing to post a selfie or the person that you took the selfie with, they post it. And then what is their angle in posting the selfie? So of course, would I take a selfie with someone of the opposite sex? Sure. I got female cousins, I got female friends, but in what context would you not take a selfie? I guess should probably be the question. What you know, One day I was at a little reunion with some old high school friends, and there was this young lady there who we had a mutual friend who she hadn't seen in a long time. So we took a selfie. I took the selfie and I sent it to our mutual friend who she had seen. She was like, "Oh, when you see her at or whatever." So, but I didn't post a selfie on social media. There was no need for me to do that. Plus, it would have it would have begged more questions than anything. Of course, from my spouse, like, who is this random chick, and why are you? Especially if I came home, but like, I don't really. I mean, I know her, but I don't know her. We got a mutual friend in common, so yeah, it really just depends on the context in which the picture is taken, and then you got to know your mate too. And then like, oh, so I think this was one of the questions: would you take a selfie with your ex? Say this now again. Context matters. So when I say your ex, somebody that you say you were with in middle school or high school, would you take a picture? Would you take a selfie with them? I always say yeah. Like that relationship was eons ago. So is there something there? No. Yeah, but and then it depends on how you post that text. What do you say in that text? Do you be like, oh yeah, I haven't seen so and so in years or whatever? Um, like she might not even like my wife might not even know that was somebody that I dated in middle school. Or if she took a selfie with somebody, like I wouldn't. I mean, unless she divulged that to me, or if I knew that that was somebody that I know she dated, uh, yeah, I don't know if I would necessarily have a problem with it because I know her and I'm pretty secure in what we have, so I don't think I would have an issue with it. Um, yeah, so I think it really just depends on the context, and it also depends on how fresh that relationship was. Like if that picture that you take with somebody else, first of all, I wouldn't even take a picture with somebody that I know she might have had that might have been a sore spot for either one of us. I wouldn't even do that because I just think that's inviting problems in. So no, I wouldn't even take that picture. But I want to know how you feel. Like, is it okay to take a selfie with someone of the opposite sex? Is it okay to take a selfie with an ex? And what when would it not be okay to take the selfie? So give me your feedback on that. When is it not okay to take a selfie? When is it okay to take a selfie? Is it okay, especially in this day and age of social media? The world is Social media has made the world so much smaller. So we're pretty much interconnected. Somebody knows somebody that knows somebody. Um, so when would it be okay for you to take a selfie with someone? Would you take a selfie with someone? So I want to get your thoughts, your feedback, comments. Let me know uh, if you would take a selfie with someone. Let's see here. And I posted this earlier. I believe Robin commented, "Geez, I would hope so." And then Troy was like, that can get you in trouble when you're attached. Yeah, I agree. It really can. And, and then again, it really just depends on the person that you're with, your significant other. How confident are they? Do you know them? Do they know you? I think where it becomes problematic, or where it can become problematic, is if you take a selfie with someone that maybe your spouse or you had a problem with. This might have been a bone of contention. And then you also got to remember the person that take the selfie. Like, do they got an angle? Maybe they posted it, and because they want to get a reaction out of the person that you with. Let's see, my boy HPJ. What up, little cuz? He said, I will have to say it depends on the security of your partner. Yep, I agree. I totally agree. I think it did really just depends on the person that you're with. Are they okay? Because now I'm gonna tell you flat out, if it's Halle Berry, I'm taking me a selfie and posting it for sure. If it's Cardi B, I'm taking me a selfie and I'm posting it. So yeah, I'm posting that, and yeah, for sure, I'm doing that. So yeah, I think it just really depends on your partner. I like that comment, HPJ, for sure. It definitely depends on your partner. Under what context would you not take a selfie with someone of the opposite sex? Would you not take a selfie? Tell me, under what context would you not take a selfie with someone of the opposite sex? What would the parameters have to be for you not to take a selfie with someone of the opposite sex? What would that look like? But I certainly agree. Yeah, it definitely depends on the security of your partner. Like, your partner definitely needs to be secure in him or herself. So, under what context would you not take a selfie? Me, I definitely wouldn't take a selfie with someone who I felt like my significant other had a problem with. If that was maybe a sore subject, I mean, not a sore subject, but a bone of contention. Someone that might hit a nerve or a sore spot with them. Then I wouldn't take a selfie with that. I wouldn't even allow them to take a selfie, and no, I wouldn't do that, because I just feel like um, uh, I wouldn't want that to come up later. Like, oh, you took a picture with so and so. Yeah, so I wouldn't do that. Um, how about this? Would you take a group picture with that person in the picture, and you in the picture? Would that be okay? Would that be something that you could do? So yeah, let me get your thoughts on that. Like, would you take? Is it okay to take a selfie and post them with someone of the opposite sex? Let's see here. Let's see what kind of comments we got. Where y'all at? Yeah, man. So we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Like to get your thoughts on, would you take a selfie with someone of the opposite sex? Is it okay to take a selfie with someone of the opposite sex? How you feel about that? Oh, sorry. I was trying to. I put this out here already, so I'm not for sure why the response hasn't been what it needed to be. But anyway, yep. So let me know. So tonight's game again is, we know we always play games that are brought to you by Black Game Artists. Is Out of Bounds. Out of Bounds. That is the game that is we're playing tonight. And basically, just to kind of recap on the game, what we do is, so there's a word in the middle. that I'm trying to get you a guess. It could be a word, a phrase, a saying, and then there's words around the outside that I am not allowed to say. But I can say anything else but the words around the outside to get you to be able to guess what's on the that's in the middle of the card. So, for example, let's do this one is nail shop. Hopefully, I don't know if you all can see that or not. So the words on the outside are polish, manicure, pedicure, finger. So I can't say any of those words. So I'm gonna put that up. So where are you at with this question or topic today? Is it okay to take a selfie and post them with someone of the opposite sex? How does that look? Is that something that you have done? Then, if you've done it before, what was the feedback from the person you were with? Like, have you did that before? Have you taken selfies and posted them with someone of the opposite sex? And under what context would it not be okay for you to take a selfie and post it with someone of the opposite sex? We want to hear your thoughts, your feedback on it. So while we're waiting for some more people to get on, we'll talk about. I think next week's topic is going to be a really interesting one. I had someone sent me a video. Let me see. Let's see, where is it at? My bad, y'all. My bad. Sorry. It's been a long day. Trying to think what we're going to talk about next week's topic. It's going to be
People get married. What do they do with their finances?
So we're going to talk about when people get married, what do they do with their finances? Should you split stuff down the middle? How does that work? How is it currently working in your house? So we'll talk about that. But no, I think there was another one that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about. I can't seem to find the video right now. But anyway, anywho, what is your position on uh, this topic we're talking about tonight? Is it okay to take selfies and post them with someone of the opposite sex? How does that look? What do you think about that? Is that something that you've done? Something you would do? You think your spouse or your significant others would be okay with it? I want to get your thoughts and your feedback on this. Tell me know where you at. All right, so I want to do a couple ones from the game, but I'm gonna get a timer so we won't be sitting on here all day. Where's my timer at? Not for sure my timer at. All right. Anyway, we'll do. What's up, Dee Dee? Thanks for coming on. I appreciate you, sis. And Dee Dee says, let's see. I think it's a conversation between you and your mate. Yep, definitely it is a conversation between you and your mate. So is this before you take the selfie or after you take the selfie that you're having this conversation? What if the selfie has already been posted? And you got to be careful because people can be real messy. Like you could take a selfie with someone and it could be completely innocent, and then that person posted, and now you having that conversation that you're talking about with your significant other. So are you having that conversation pre or post selfie? That's what I want to know. And I think I mentioned earlier, like you definitely need to know, you need to know your person you with because um again, you don't know what you I think it all depends on context. The person that you taking the selfie with, what if y'all got history? And your significant other either maybe they didn't know that and then they find out later that y'all had history. Like then what? And Didi says, well, in today's society, when you have a title, it's a part of the blank to on you what? Oh, to get you to know. Okay. Okay, I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? Well, in today's society, when you have a title, it's part of getting to know you. Okay, got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I read an article one time with the guy who used to play in Power. What's his name? Omari, and he was saying he was out with his family, and I don't know if this really has anything to do with what we're talking about today, but well, maybe it does. So he was out with his family, and I guess a fan came up and wanted to take some pictures, but he, said he politely told the fan, "Not now. I'm with my family." He was with his wife and his kids, and the person, kind of, shitted on him on social media, start talking stuff about him, and of course, it snowball. You know how social media is. One person say something bad about you, it just snowballs out of control from there. And he said, all I simply told the person, not now or not today. I'm with my family, and I think to some degree, they, people who are stars have a right to their privacy, and to, I'm sure if I was famous like that, like my family would probably be a little irritated, like, dang, we don't we you can't have any time alone to be normal. But then that's all on the flip side of that, that is kind of like the price you pay for, being famous, right? Yeah. But under what context would you not take a selfie? And I think again, to your point, Didi, and to my little cousin Jay, who said earlier, you do have to have a secure partner, but you also have to have a conversation. Then you got to be careful of what people. Some people can be messy. They can be really messy and do stuff to try to blow up your spot because they know maybe the person that you're with is real insecure and everybody knows it. So they're like, oh, I'm just gonna mess with him. You know what I'm saying? Or mess with her. So they do or say something and post a selfie to try to get under your skin, right? Didi says no selfie with the bitter ex, right? No selfie with the bitter ex. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you there. Do not take a selfie with a bitter ex for sure. So my question is, would you take a selfie? Okay, what if the ex wasn't bitter? Would you still take? Would you take a picture? Like how fresh does the relationship have to be? An old relationship, how fresh does that relationship have to be or not be for you to take a picture with somebody that you had a previous relationship with? Like how old or how fresh does that relationship have to be? Like 6 months, a year, 2 years. Like I think it'll be totally okay to take a selfie with someone that you dated in middle school or that you dated in high school. That relationship is over. Let's see. Didi says, "Well, mines can't take shit with his ass. You get on my nerve." Okay. Okay. Copy that. Yeah, okay. I hope he's seeing this and he know I'm sure he knows that. If you saying it that way, he knows he can't take no picture with his ex. So crazy butt. um so yeah, I think that if taking a picture with somebody that you dated in middle school or high school is totally okay. Even if y'all was out like um uh when we when we was in school, who was the couple that everybody knew was Ralph and Kia. So I'm imagining, I don't know, what if you were in that kind of relationship in high school. Here we are, fast forward 20, 30 years later. Would you take a picture with somebody that everybody knew that y'all was in a relationship? Would you take a selfie with somebody like that? Here we are 20 to 30 years removed from that relationship. Would it be okay to take a picture then? would it be okay to take a selfie with someone under that context? Um, so yeah, and I think it also just depends on uh, we said it earlier, the person that you're with. Um, if that relationship was maybe you and the person that you're currently with and had some deep conversations about your ex, and that that's just kind of like a sore subject for or an emotional subject for either one of you, like for her, for you, and you just don't, I think that would be inappropriate, um and again, I think it's the what's vitally important is knowing your partner, and then the person that you taking a selfie with. Like, if there's history there, absolutely not. And I agree with you, Didi. Do not take a selfie with a bitter ex. Like, that's just no. You don't do that, because they can use that in all kind of contexts and try to mess up what you currently got going on, because they, like you said, they're bitter. So yeah, definitely. All right, so let's see what Didi says. Okay, so Lee have the alumni get together once a year. You might run into a high school ex. Yep. Yeah. So what up, cuz? Yeah. I'm trying to think. Is there anybody when we had the little get together at Shields? Was there anybody? You say your fingers are too big? Yeah, that's just say we. Okay, I knew what you were trying to say. So I was thinking of, but that's not Gurgie's name. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, I got what you're saying, Didi. So yeah, we have a little reunion every year, once in them like get together. Um and you might run into an ex. What do you mean not for me? What do you see? And I apologize about the lag in the conversation too. Um, yeah, I think for being with somebody in high school, and here we are 20, 30. Hey, what's up, sis? What's going on? I'm outside. You were the only one understand the assignment, little sis. I hear you. I see you. Thank you. Um, let's see. Didi said, what you say? You said you was there. Come old couples there. You said was there some old couples there? Oh no, yeah. I'm not for sure if there were some old couples there or not. What I'm saying is that, like, so the example I gave was, so we all knew the couple that everybody knew when we were in high school was Ralph and Kia, Cy and Donnell. Um, those only two couples that off the top of my head that I can think of. So what I'm saying is that, let's say, uh would it be okay for a Ralph, and I'm just speaking hypothetically, for a Ralph to take a picture with Kia, knowing how long that relationship lasted? Everybody knew about that relationship. Here we are 20, 30 years removed from high school. Is it okay to take a selfie with Kia? Or would it be okay for Kia to take a selfie with Ralph when they're 20, 30 years removed? You know what I'm saying? So that's my question. Would that be okay? Would it be okay, Cy and Donnell still together, but let's just say if they weren't, would it be okay for him to take a picture with his Sonya or her Donnell? You know what I'm saying? That's my question. If you were in a relationship with somebody who you were really serious with, let's see, Didi says, I'm in Shields setting saying yes. What? I don't, you been drinking? Because I don't understand what you're talking about. You in Shields right now on this live? Crazy. Oh, as long as nobody's being messy. Right. Yeah, I agree. I agree. As long as nobody's being messy, I agree. I think it would be okay, because again, that relationship is 20, 30 years removed. Let's see. My little sister says, I believe if they have grown mentally and respect each other's situation, it should be okay. Totally agree, Pooh. I totally agree. I think it should definitely be okay. It's even if they, you know what? Here's the thing. Let's say what a I don't even think this would even take it change the context of it, because I was gonna say, what if they went to prom together? Be We all know Ralph and Kill went to prom together, Cy and Donnell went to prom together. Excuse me, sorry about that. But yeah, I agree with you, Pooh. I think the if everybody's on the same page mentally, and it's we talking about 20, 30 years removed, like it should be okay. Now, if that's not the case, then no, I think we might have a problem. And again, like Dee Dee said, people can be messy. She said, "Of course I'm drinking." My bad. I don't even know why I asked that. Of course you are. But yeah, people can definitely be messy for sure. For sure, they can be messy. All right, let's again. Today's game is brought to you by Out of Bounds. We always play games that are inspired by Black game artists, and we're going to do that again today. So let's pull out a couple cards and see what we got here. Appreciate everybody coming on. If you're tuning in live, if you're just coming on, hashtag I'm outside, whether you're tuning in from Facebook or if you're watching us from Facebook or YouTube. I'm outside. Let's argue. All right. Some of these I think I gave last week. Yeah, I did. So I'm about to, I need to shuffle these cards up. Y'all ain't about to. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, some of these I think I pulled last week. All right, what the heck? All right. All right, so this was a show that was on in 2000, I believe. It's set in Detroit, off Jefferson. He is a comedian, and he played a bunch of different characters. All right, all right. Yep, it is Martin. But what was one of the characters he played was Jerome. What was the famous line he used to always say? I'm from the what was the word he used to say? Yep, it is Martin, but it will be Jerome, and Jerome would say, I'm from the what would he say? What would Jerome say? I'm a player from the Himalayas. That's right. All right, cool. What's up, cuz? All right. 2 words. Uh and this is something that a lot of guys from the South like to do. Uh they fronts. That's right, DD, player from the Himalaya. A lot of guys from the South like to do this. And what is it called? It's 2 words. What is this? Gold teeth. You know what? I'm a roll with that, DD. It's gold grill, but I'm gonna take that. That's close enough. That's close enough. Gold grill. All right, Pooh, you got it. Gold teeth, gold grills. Yep. Okay. This is a phrase Black people use all the time when they want to tell you they'll see you later. It's 1 word, and it is a measure of, I can't say this word. So when somebody say they'll, it's not hours, but it's, so it is a measure of, what's the word? I can't say. So it's not hours. So if you go down from hours, what is it? You got hours, then what? Yep. See you in a minute. Absolutely right. You're right, Pooh. Right. Okay. So this is a brotherhood, and you see them on different universities, especially HBCUs. What is this called? It's the opposite of a sorority. It's the opposite of a sorority. Yep, in a minute. You got it right. Well, if you get it right, I want you to put hashtag black card kept. A frat. Yep. Fraternity to be exact. Exactly. All right, here's another one. This is let me see. It's one word. Looks like everybody got that right. Yep. Frat. The last one was frat. One word. I'm trying to think. Is one word, and you might hear this at a service, and they'll read it from. You have Matthew, Mark, Luke. What are those called? Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. What are those books called? Again, it's one word, and you might hear this at a service, and the pastor may say this. He may read from these particular books: Matthew, Mark, John. What are these called? I mean, what is this called? It's one word, not a sermon. But you close though, Didi. You close. The books: Matthew, Mark, John, Luke. Not scripture. You the gospel. There you go, Corey. You look. We got somebody on who go to church. Got somebody who go to church. All right, y'all. So it looks like we got some new people on. I appreciate you coming on. So today's subject is it okay to take a selfie and post that selfie with someone of the opposite sex? It's okay, Didi. You got all the other one right. Don't be a sore loser now. Come on. Is it okay, Cora, to take selfie with someone of the opposite sex? And under what context would it not be okay to take a selfie with someone of the opposite sex? Would it be okay? Is it okay? Especially in this day and age. We had a couple people who were saying no. My cousin Didi said, hell no, her man can't take a selfie with his ex under no circumstances. Nope. Never. She said no. I had somebody on here who was saying, hey, it really, you got to have the conversation. I think Didi also mentioned you got to have a conversation with the person you with. Yeah, so I just think, yeah, so cuz under what context would you take, is it okay to take a selfie with someone? Depends on the relationship with the person you with or the person that you're taking a selfie with. So help me out here. Come on, break it down for me. When is it okay? Give me some context. Like under what circumstances? You said it depends on the relationship. Is that the relationship between you and the person that you're with? Or is this a relationship between you and the person that you're taking a selfie with? Like, I believe that, I think Didi said earlier, and so did Pooh, like, if everybody is mentally on the same page, I think it should be cool. If the person that you're about to, because let's just talk context. So let's say if the person that you're taking a selfie with, you and your current mate then had a problem with this person, like maybe they've been a little bit too involved in your relationship. This is an ex, maybe it's a recent ex. Is it okay to take a selfie with the person then? You said it depends on the relationship. So again, I want to know, does it depend on the relationship with the person you're taking a selfie with or the person that you're involved in a current relationship with? That would not be okay. You're right. That would not be okay. I agree. If it's a recent ex, there's under no circumstances should you be taking a selfie with that person and posting, or even taking a selfie and say you don't take the say they're taking a selfie. You know what I'm saying? Like, would it okay? That maybe that should be the question. Is it okay to let maybe you don't take the selfie, maybe they take the selfie? Would you still take the picture if it wasn't you that took the picture and say they posted it? Would that be okay? Would that be okay for, say, the other person to take the selfie and post it? Would under those under that context, would it be okay? Dee Dee says she don't care who took it. Somebody about to get it, it's about to be some problems, some furniture about to be moved. Right. I hear that, Dee Dee. I agree. I think under that context, fresh X, um, you don't take a selfie with that person. It's how you speak and you keep it moving. Like there shouldn't be any pictures taken. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Yep, you're right. It does. It really depends on the conversation. I'm sorry. You're right, Didi. It definitely depends on the situation. Um, but I think if it's a recent ex, there is no situation. You shouldn't be. Now, wait a minute. Let me back up a little bit. So say um we at one of those high school reunion things we do, and it's somebody that you used to be involved with, and y'all take a group picture. Under that context, I think it should be okay because it's not like you're singled out, you're all hugged up with the person, you know what I'm saying? You all booed up. It looked like you booed up with the person. You're in a group picture, and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Y'all took a group picture as a class. So I think under that context, it should be okay. Now, should you be standing next to the person? Like, I think that might be some issue. See, Cora says, I think it really depends on the context of the relationship. Didi says, recent is a whole no. You get on my nerve. Oh, you get on my nerve. NCDD. Okay, group pick is okay. Okay, so we on the same page there, sis. Okay, we on the same page, right? So it is okay that you take a group picture. Now, could you be standing next to the person that you just out of this fresh relationship? And when I say fresh, I'm not talking about uh 3 months, 90 days. I'm talking about a year or more, or maybe just a year. Queenie Lee, what's up? Queenie Lee says a group pick, or you have children together in the past. Yeah, yeah. Now, if you had, yeah, you got kids together. Let's see. Cora says a group pick is fine. Dee Dee says, let's see what she say. She on here tripping. She going ham. Dee Dee said, let's go here. Is it okay for your mate to take a family selfie with the baby mama or baby daddy? Okay, I'm gonna go you one better, sis. Um, my daughter, my wife, and my baby mama took a picture together. Matter of fact, I was in one picture and then I got out of it and they took a picture with, our daughter. Perfectly fine and had no problem with it. Didn't have a problem with it. It's good to see you, Queen Lee. I'm glad you're on here. Thank you for tuning in. All right, if you're on here live, go ahead and put hashtag I'm outside. Let's argue. I'm outside. Let's argue. But so we had a question from the audience, from the people who tuning in. Dee Dee says this is a question she posed. Is it okay to take for you to take? Is it okay for your mate to take a family selfie with the baby mama or baby daddy? What do y'all say to that? Is that okay? What you say? Hell, we forget you, Dee Dee. Is it okay for your mate to take a family photo with the baby mama or baby daddy? Is that okay? Yeah, Queenie Lee, you always send love. I always appreciate you for that. You always have such a good spirit and good energy. Thank you. Let's see. Cora says there's no hard no or yes answer to this question. It really depends on the relationship of the ex and the current. For some people, it may not be an issue if there is no bad blood among the ex. Okay. Okay. Well, for Dee Dee, it's a hard no. Her boyfriend can't. Her man can't take a selfie with his ex. Period. Point blank. um. So for me to answer Dee Dee's question, because she said, "Is it okay to take a family pic with your baby mama or baby daddy?" Yeah. What up, though, Wood? I'm gonna say yeah, because I've done it. I'm gonna say yeah. And I would be perfectly fine with my wife taking a family photo, although she probably wouldn't, but I would be perfectly fine with her taking a family photo with her baby daddy and their family. But I know she wouldn't, just based off the conversations me and her done had, that wouldn't happen, but I would be okay with it. Yeah, yeah. I think, and again, it just depends on how far. I think we all on the same page. I think it also depends on how far you're removed from that relationship. Anything recent, fresh, say a year or less, we might have some problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think to Dee Dee's point when she called us old, but let's just say I me and my daughter's mother, my daughter was much younger. My daughter grown, but say if she was younger, that might be a problem. That then it might be a problem because that relationship is still kind of fresh. Say that my daughter is, if she's, I'm trying to think, like if she was a teenager, would that be a problem? I would hope not. But it might be. I don't know. I have to ask her that question. Would it be a problem if she was a teenager? I don't know. I would hope not, because I recall there were some times where my son was he was a teenager when me and my wife got together, and she would have to go take him to his dad or whatever. I didn't go with her. She didn't ask me to go. I thought it was. Let me say that. I didn't say I don't. It was a little weird that she didn't say anything, but I didn't have a problem with it because I didn't know how he may have taken it on the other end. But I was just like, whatever. I mean, we had a conversation about it, but I was like, but years later we had a conversation about it, and she explained to me why. But I was like, whatever. Like, I didn't ask to go. I'm like, cool, no problem. Let's see. Cora says, if it's a family photo, it shouldn't be an issue if done respectfully. What's respectfully? What you say? Okay, watch your words. Shut up, Dee Dee. I'm about to kick you off of here. Bobby Walker said, it is not what didn't work for you and your ex when you have kids. It is you all working together for the child. Right? Okay, Bobby. And thank you for tuning in to the show. Let's argue. Yeah, I'm stuttering a little bit. No, it's because I remember that instance when she would go and drop her son off, and I'm like, we had a conversation about it years later about that, but again, it wasn't a problem for me. I thought it was weird. I was like, okay, well, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, but she explained to me why she didn't do that. Not that it was anything that was still going on between her and her son's father. And then I didn't ask to go. I mean, I never raised the issue. It didn't cause no tension between us when she did it. She took him. Um, so yeah, I didn't have a problem. I was stuttering trying to get my words together because I just wanted to make sure it came out right, Dee Dee. I'm about to kick you off of here. Uh, it was weird because when I say it was weird, because we might have been on our way somewhere, we could have just dropped him off and then went on where we going. So she would take him, drop him off, come back, and then we would go wherever we was going. That's what I meant by that part that was weird. But not that it was weird that we had real weird vibes between us. I just thought that was weird because we could have literally dropped him off and then went on to where we was going. But I mean, it worked out. You know, so that's what I meant when I say that was weird. But I mean, it's cool. So yeah, I think we all on the same page and we can all agree that it really just depends on the context in which the selfie is taken. If there were any takeaways from this conversation, is that how fresh is the relationship? How old is the relationship? How recent was the breakup or the separation? So all those things, context matters. And I think sometimes when we're having conversations about stuff, that's the thing that we never tend to ask or get the background. What is the context of the question or the nature of the question that's being asked? Bobby says some step some step parents are better than the real parents. Yeah, I don't refer to myself as a step parent. I'm parent. Period. We don't do that step nothing over here. We don't do that. I'd rather be. I don't even. I'm okay with bonus dad, but we don't do step nothing over here. My kids is her kids. Her kids is my kids. We don't do that. And then when they don't introduce me as step nothing. They already know I don't play that. So it is what it is. But to your point, Bobby, I totally agree. You're right. That's just where it is. Um, so, but yeah, it just thanks, Dee Dee. Thanks, I appreciate that, sis. It's I think we're all in agreement that it just really depends on the context, and that's why these conversations are important because they come up. That's right, Queenie Lee. We don't believe in step nut. We don't do that step stuff over here. So it really just depends on the context. It really does. I think we all in agreement with that. It depends on the context, but it's good to have these conversations to vet these things out. Other people may watch this and be like, or they might be able to better navigate their situations if something like this comes up. I remember one time I was at the gym and case in point, took a selfie. The girl had now, mind you, I understand why my wife got upset. We took this selfie, but she said the girl had her head linked towards me. Now, mind you, it was three of us. It was me, this guy, and this girl. They were dating, or I know they were digging one another. So I'm like, what was the big problem? Showed the picture to my boy, and the only reason I was like, okay, you know what, acquiesced and gave in is because he was like, yeah, I can see why she had a problem with it. Because I'm telling you, I was like, what's the issue? It's three of us in the picture. She's messing with him. Like, I wouldn't even be that bold. Like, I done did some foul stuff in my life, but I wouldn't even be that bold to do nothing like that. But when I showed it to my boy, he was like, I could see why she kind of was taking issue with it. So that's the reason I was like, okay. And it was like, all right. I mean, I couldn't do nothing. I just apologized. It was really us all taking pictures together to promote the business at the gym. Sorry, there is a little bit of a lag, Bobby. So when you say that's a great way to be, what do you mean? Because sometimes there's a little bit of, yep. Right, cuz body language does say a lot. I didn't see it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not see it. And again, when it all went down, this was several years ago. Excuse me. This was several years ago when the picture was taken. I could not, for the life of me, I could not understand why she took issue with it. But I showed it to my boy, and he was like, "Yeah, I can see." I didn't see it. I did not see what the problem was. I guess maybe because in my mind, they messing around. You know what I'm saying? And I have been knowing her for years prior to them to me, because I brought them together. And so prior to that picture being taken, I had been knowing her for years, because I was like, if I was going to do something with her or mess around with her, I would have been did it. And again, I'm like, I'm not going to be that bold to take a picture with, I don't know. I don't know. I just was like, I didn't see it. And maybe I think why I probably couldn't see it is because in my head, they mess around. I could see this was probably before they officially made it a thing where they wasn't kind of hiding it. But I could tell they was digging one another. And I'm like, I don't care. Y'all just make sure y'all bring clients in the gym and pay y'all rent up here. I don't give a dog on about none of the other stuff. So that's probably why I couldn't see it. Because I'm like, what are you tripping about? But you're right. Body language does say a lot. Body language does. It speaks volumes. So, but yeah, I think that we're all pretty much on the same page as far as it's concerned. It does. Context matters. The longevity of the relationship, how fresh is the breakup or the separation. And Dee Dee posed the question. She was like, "Is it okay to take a family photo with your baby daddy or baby mama with the family?" It all context matters in all of these scenarios. Context matters. Not such a thing as step parents. Some people don't respect marriage or others. Yes, yes. And Dee Dee says, I took it I took a joking pic with a friend that looked like he was licking my cheek, but he wasn't. I didn't post it, but showed it to my man. We was we was new then, and he flipped out. Okay, well, I'm sure you can see why he flipped out. Because I'm sure you would have flipped out had the shoe would have been on the other foot, right? Yep, you would have flipped out. Oh, I want to see if I can find this video and show it to y'all because I think this will fit perfectly to kind of like what you were talking about, Dee. Let me see if I can find this video. So, let me see if I can find it, and I'll play it for y'all. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I would have had a problem with that too, especially if we fresh. Yeah, I'd have been like, and maybe you showed it to him on purpose to see if he really cared. Did you do something sick like that, Didi? Did you show it to him on purpose? With your little crazy butt. Man, I can't find this video. Yeah, I'm looking for this one video where. So I'm gonna see if I can set the scenario. So, a guy and a girl are in a restaurant. They're having something to eat, and then the best friend of the guy walks in. No, there was it was a guy and a girl in a restaurant eating. The best friend of the guy, he on a date. The best friend of the girl walks in with his date. So when the guy walks in, they sit down, they exchange pleasantries, and then all of a sudden he started doing something what I was considered inappropriate, like feeding her. First, he sat down next to his best friend, and now the guy, like, he with it on his date, like, what's going on? And he sits down next to it. I wish I could I find the video because it'll be much. I think y'all will find it funnier than me trying to explain it. But anyway, they sit down, and then I think he started feeding her. Now, mind you, he with a date himself, and then the girl, so he spazzed out on his girl, on the guy, and the girl, and then the girl who was with the guy they everybody spazzed out on everybody. Like, what the hell y'all doing? I wish I could find this video. I can't find it. Yeah. Let's see. Didi says, no, I truly was like, look, he's so crazy. You live and you learn. Yep. But let me ask you something, Didi. Under that same context, would you have had a problem with that? And I want to say, yeah, because I know you. I've been knowing you for years. I want to say you would have looked at him like he was crazy. Tell me I'm lying. Oh, I know the story is confusing. I'm gonna see if I can find. I'm still trying to look for the video while we're talking. So let me explain it. Try to explain it again. Try to make it less confusing. So a guy and a girl are on a date. The best friend of the girl walks in. He's on a date. He's out of opposite sex. But he sits down across from her and starts feeding her. So the guy spazzes out on his date's best friend, which is a guy, and then the girl spazzes out on him as well. So everybody gets spazzed out on. But I wish I could find a video. Yeah, they went way too far for sure. I'm sorry, I wish I can find a video. So I can play it for y'all because I think it fits perfectly under this. It was a little bit extreme because I think it was all staged, but still. Oh, have y'all seen the video of the of the men being dressing up like women and then their significant others coming in, like they're standing at the kitchen cooking or doing something, and then the wife or significant other comes in, and then she goes ham. Like I see that going left, and somebody gonna get hurt. These guys better stop playing for real. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't know where it's at, and I'm gonna find it when I get off the phone with y'all. Watch. But yeah, okay, so Didi said, okay, so for real, in a relationship, I'm not initially on tip. So no, I wouldn't care, but I guess he cared more than me because trust, he wasn't innocent on shit by first. Okay. Okay, so you found out some stuff later. All right, y'all. So we getting kind of close to the end. Let's go ahead and play a couple more. We're gonna flip some more cards from the game. All right, everybody get their game face on. Here we go. All right, one word. This is something that might go in food. It's a degree of it's a degree in food. So they might have mild, semi-mild. What is this called? It's something that's put in food to make it flavorful. Some people like it, some people don't. I am one that kind of like this kind of food. What is this called? One word. Spicy. Yep, yep, yep. Good job, cuz. Good job. Spicy. Not sriracha. Spicy. All right, here's the next one. Yeah, I think I said these before. So, but anyway, let me look for some different ones. All right. This is this was a show. It had a goofy kid on it. It's two words. It had a real goofy kid on it. He wore glasses and he used to have his pants pulled all the way up, and he would say, I can't even say this. He would have his pants pulled all the way up. He had a real major crush on his co-star on the show anyway. What is the name of this show? Two words. All black cast. Family Matters. Look at you, Didi. That must have been your show because you didn't waste no time catching that one. All right. We all got one of these in our home. We use it to fix our hair, and it has little bristles on it. It has a handle on it, and guys used to carry them around in their pockets all the time. The famous one was a Diane. We used to carry them around on a in our pockets and do this with our hair all the time. You would see guys doing it all the time. So they would get, we would use Murray's grease. What is this called? It's two words. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that hairbrush. It's called a hairbrush. Yep. Pick. All right, so two words. Oh man, my set coming apart. All right, two words. This was a show created by oh man, what is his name? So it's two words. It is an animation. It was created by Arsenio Hall's best friend. What is the name of this show? I want to say this came out in maybe the mid 2000s. You laughing at me, Didi, because I told you my set was falling apart. I got stuff. My pillow then came up. Don't be laughing at me. So, what was the name of this show? Arsenio Hall's best friend created it. And it was, I want to say they looked like clay characters though. What was the name of this show? What was the name of this show? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? It's on the tip of your tongue, ain't it, Dee? Yep. By Arsenio Hall's best friend. Yep, it was in the ghetto. It sure was. I'm gonna give you my time at. I'm gonna give you like 10 more seconds, or anybody 10 more seconds to guess it. They look like clay characters too. It was the PJs. The PJs. All right, y'all. This is the last one. So, two words is one of the greatest black love story. It was all the rage. Starred two words. It was this was in the 90s. It was kind of a love story. I want to say he was a struggling writer, and she might have been a person who takes pictures, or either he was a musician. What was the name of this movie? It's a movie, two words, and you haven't really seen him in a lot of stuff lately. Matter of fact, I want to say the last time I seen him in something, he was in Power, and he played a crooked politician. She was trying to think, what did she do? What did she play in recently? I haven't seen him in a whole lot. She was in was she in Why Did I Get Married? No. She was in dang, what was the name of this? I can't think of the name of the doggone movie that she was in. But he wasn't in it. Two words. She took pictures. I want to say he was either a musician or a writer. Shut up, Dee. What was this called? Oh man, I'm trying to think of some more clues because I can't. So it was definitely a love story, and it's a black film. I'm trying to think. Shoot, I can't think of. So it's on the same line as Love and Basketball, not Black Love. So what happened in the movie? I think she end up leaving, and then they end up coming back together. Of course, they end up coming back together. So it was along the same line as Love and Basketball. So what's another black love story? But it's not Love and Basketball. It's another somewhat Love and Basketball. Two characters. It wasn't the same characters that played in Love and Basketball. These were, I think they came before them. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get a best. I can't think of nothing to say because it's been a long time since I've seen the movie, so I can't tell you about what happened in the movie. I just see him in a long black. She's a mom. That's all. That's half the black movies. I'm a block you. Um, Dang. All right, y'all. I'm just gonna tell you, it's Love Jones. I just couldn't think of no clue. All right, tell me what you would have said. It was Love Jones. Tell me what y'all would have said. Now, mind you, you can't say photographer, you can't say romance, you can't say Lorenz Tate, and you can't say Neil Long. Tell me what clues you would have gave me so I could have guessed this. Anybody. So the name of this game is called Out of Bounds. So the words on the outside you can't say. So I couldn't say romance, I couldn't say photographer, I couldn't say Lorenz Tate, and I couldn't say Nia Long. So and the name of the movie is called Love Jones. So the word or the movie I was trying to get y'all to guess was called Love Jones. Tell me what you would have said in order to get me to guess that. Go. I'm waiting. Sex. Ain't sex in every movie, Queenie Lee? There's sex in every movie. Something about the word Jones. Okay. Like what? Like what could I have said about the word Jones? Like I said it was two words. I perhaps I could have said it started with the gave the letters it started with. I guess I could have did that. You said something about the word like what? Give me an example. Like what? When you fiending for something, contagious. Okay. Me and okay, now I like that. That's finally a viable guess here. Thanks, cuz me and Mrs. All right, gotcha. That I think that would have been a good clue. Okay, cool. The more I do this, the better I'm gonna get, y'all. So just roll with your boy. Let's roll with your boy. Anyway, it is good night. I will see y'all next Thursday. Next Thursday, we are going to discuss. I believe it's gonna be finances, like you're with somebody, you're married, do you split the finances down the middle? How does that work? I believe that's what we're going to discuss next week. I don't know. That's one of a few topics we might discuss next week, but anyway, you'll know. I'll try to get the invite out there early so you'll have time to comment on it. I definitely like people to go ahead and comment on it ahead of time. So, but anyway, good night, everybody. I will see y'all next Thursday. Enjoy your weekend.